Hello, Ravens fans, and welcome to another Spotlight Ravens series. I'm Aaron Schneider, the Sports Information Director at Anderson University, and joining us is our head cross-country coach, Karis Johnson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. And first, to kick things off, tell us about where you're from.
Yeah, so I'm actually from Indianapolis, Indiana. So I'm well aware of, where Anderson was prior to me coming here. Both of my parents were actually from Anderson. So yeah, not too far. I didn't grow up too far from here. So.
All right, and then if we look into how you got into your sport, and I was actually like cross country. That was kind of my primary sport, and I grew up. My dad was a high school cross country coach for 22 years. And tell us a little bit how you got into cross country and track.
Yeah, so it actually happened in middle school. So I tried out for the track team. At the time I thought I was a sprinter, and I did not make the team. So I went back anyway the next day, and I was like, well, let me just join the distance team. And that's how everything pretty much started. My first race was a mile, and, the coach said, hey, you should really think about joining cross country. And then pretty much seventh grade and on to now, that's pretty much when I started, falling in love with cross country and running, and just, being part of that atmosphere. So.
All right. And then going into talking a little bit about your experience before AU, and giving a little bit of a hint that you and I actually worked in the same conference prior to coming to Anderson. But first tell us about where you went to school, what you graduated in, and some stuff about that.
Yeah, so in undergrad, I attended McKendree University. I got my bachelor's degree in exercise science, and I also minored in sports psychology. I ran all 4 years competitively, cross country, both cross country and track. And then I went on to grad school at Lewis University, gained a master's in business administration. And I also was a grad assistant for the men's and women's cross country and track team.
Mm-hmm. And you saw a little bit of success there.
Yes.
All right. And then finally, what brought you to Anderson?
Yeah, so it was actually Coach Stevens. I've been knowing Coach Stevens quite a while, ever since I was actually in middle school. Him and I had a great relationship. He's always been pretty much a mentor to me. So he told me they were looking for a cross-country coach, and, I figured it was close to home. It was the perfect opportunity, and that's how I came to hear about Anderson University, and here I am. So.
All right, going into the next segment of questions. First, who is your biggest inspiration and why?
So I would have to say one of my biggest inspirations is probably my father. He's just a really good guy. Definitely taught me and my sisters a lot. He was the one that actually got us into sports, and wanted us to be active as we, being younger. So I'll definitely have to say he's one of my biggest inspirations.
All right. What is your driving force / motivation?
Driving force / motivation. I would definitely say, God. Without him, I definitely wouldn't be here. So all glory to him. Next, I would have to say my family, just them always supporting me through the good times, through the bad times. They definitely pushed me to do my absolute best. and also the team here. You know, they're a great group of young men and young women, and you know, they definitely motivate me to want to become a better coach. When I see them, you know, overcome their obstacles, or you know, run their best race, or even their best times in practice, it definitely makes it worthwhile. So I would say they would definitely have to be one of my reasons why, and my motivation.
All right. What is your favorite aspect about sports and why?
Favorite aspects about sports, I would say, is, you know, you can always do better. You can always become a better athlete. You know, there's no ceiling that you can reach. There's something to always learn, and you know, new things to gain. So that's what I really like about sports. And you know, it teaches you a lot about yourself, and you know, those are characteristics that you can learn that can actually help you through, you know, your next level in your career, or even just in life.
All right. What are your favorite hobbies?
Favorite hobbies. I really like to watch movies. I like to go bike riding, and I really enjoy hanging out with my sisters.
Okay. What is a little known but amazing fact about yourself?
I am a twin. I have a twin sister. She is 2 minutes older than me, and yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, for sure. Have you played any other sports outside of cross country and track?
yeah, so I've done cheerleading, I've played soccer, I've done gymnastics, and I've also done tennis.
Okay. And then aside from cross country and track, what is your favorite sport to watch and your favorite sport to play?
I would have to say definitely tennis. My background in our family is more so tennis. That was pretty much my first sport that I played and I grew up around. And I really enjoy watching tennis too. So
Okay, going into the next segment of questions. Which is your favorite season?
would have to say fall. I love the colors.
Yep, I'd agree there. What is your favorite pregame meal?
Pasta.
Yeah. Did you grow up around like pasta parties and stuff?
Oh yeah. Before
Yeah.
every cross country meet, that was the way to go. So
Yep. Definitely on that as well. List 3 words to describe yourself.
I would say kind, determined, and thoughtful.
Okay. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Greece.
Okay. What is your favorite holiday?
Christmas. I love the colors and the lights and just being around family.
Okay. Um, who is your favorite professional athlete?
Serena Williams.
Okay. When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be an Olympian. I wanted to be a professional runner.
Do you have an events you had your sights on?
Definitely the 800. Even though it's very fast, I always really enjoyed competing in that event.
Okay. And then I'm gonna give you an opportunity to boast. What was it? Give us a little bit of your PRs that you did when you competed.
Yeah, so for the 800, I ran a 2:16. For the mile, I ran a 5:08. 5K, it was 18:20. And for a 6K, it was 22:36.
Okay. What hobby would you get into if time weren't an issue?
Pottery. I think
Okay.
that'd be pretty cool.
Is there like a story like on how that interest came about?
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's just really cool. Just, making pots and painting them. I think it would just be pretty cool to do um, and make. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
What is your favorite food?
Favorite food? I would have to say pasta.
Okay. And then what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Vanilla.
Okay. So now going into our final segment of questions. First, what coaching philosophy do you bring into your program?
Yeah, so I want it to be a fun, safe environment for them to come into, where if they have outside stresses, I hopefully they can come into practice feeling a little bit better once they leave, and just being around, just good people, and just wanting to get better, within their event, within their times, and ultimately, becoming a better person each day.
Okay. What do you hope your program will accomplish?
A conference title. That is something that I would really like for Anderson University to bring home, cross country and for track, and just having, a great cultural aspect to us too.
Okay. And then finally, what do you want your program? What do you want to come to mind when uh, when the campus community interacts with your student athletes?
I would want them to know that, very disciplined, very professional, hardworking program, and, with success comes with hard work and being diligent and being determined. And that's what I would hope our student athletes would carry themselves as.
All right. Well, I think I've covered the questions I wanted to. Ravens fans, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow along with the Spotlight Ravens series and any more content we may be putting out on YouTube. Karis Johnson, thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thank you.